Some people are not born to blend into the crowd, but to redefine the world through their own uniqueness. From carbon fiber legs to midnight dark skin or petite frames, they are not just living, they are shining brighter than anyone else. Hit like, subscribe, and comment the name of the person you admire the most so we can begin this journey of breaking every limit together. Bobby Joe Wesley is currently capturing the world's attention with a single goal to possess the largest hips on the planet. With current measurements reaching 95 inches, approximately 241 centimeters, she is striving to surpass Michael Raffanelli's 99-inch record and make history. For Bobby, her enormous hips are not just a physical feature, but a source of personal pride, making her stand out and completely different from conventional beauty standards. This difference has earned Bobby Joe a large following around the world. Many admire her confidence and unique appearance, regularly following and supporting her journey to achieve this record. She has transformed her distinctive appearance into a way to connect with the community, affirming her self-worth by accepting and developing the unique features she considers attractive, despite the curious stares from society. However, her life also faced many challenges as doctors warned of serious health risks from her current lifestyle. Despite being aware of herself as a ticking time bomb, Bobby remained steadfast and determined to pursue her goal to the end. Her story is not just about record-breaking numbers, but also a testament to a strong personality willing to face any risk to fulfill personal aspirations and leave her mark in the 21st century. David Aguilar was born with an underdeveloped right arm due to Poland syndrome, a congenital condition that causes muscles and limbs to develop abnormally. Instead of feeling ashamed, David showed a strong passion for Lego bricks from a very young age and began finding ways to use them to compensate for the missing part of his body. At the age of 18, he amazed the world by successfully building a fully functional robotic arm entirely out of toy bricks, adopting the nickname Hand Solo to express his unique identity. David's creative journey did not stop at a single version. He continuously upgraded his models with increasingly complex structures, allowing for more flexible gripping and movement. Using a common toy to create a medical assistive device turned David into an icon in the technology world and the global creative community. He is currently an engineering student and has received numerous international awards, proving that physical limitations can be overcome through intelligence and innovative thinking. Today, David Aguilar is an inspirational speaker, using the story of Hand Solo to affirm that every disability can become an extraordinary driving force if there is enough passion and creativity. He has transformed biological obstacles into technological works of art, helping people with disabilities believe in their ability to take control of their lives. What do you think about the power of David's Lego pieces? Please comment and share your thoughts. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to support us in spreading more inspiring life experiences. Slick Woods was born and raised in extremely harsh circumstances and spent part of her life homeless on the streets of Los Angeles. Before entering the fashion industry, she was often judged negatively because of her unconventional appearance, including her wide-toothed gap, shaved head, and rebellious personal style. However, the very traits that were once considered abnormal by traditional beauty standards became the weapon that helped her spark a revolution in the modern fashion industry. Her career truly exploded after catching the attention of singer Rihanna and becoming a leading muse for the Fenty beauty brand. Slick Wood's appearances on major runways and in global advertising campaigns shattered every standard of perfection, opening a new era where uniqueness is celebrated. She is not just a model, but also a symbol of confidence, helping redefine the idea that true beauty lies in individuality and the courage to be yourself. Today, Slick Woods has established herself as one of the most influential faces in the global modeling industry, with a powerful impact on young people. Her journey from a homeless girl to an international supermodel is a strong testament to turning flaws into unique strengths. She represents a new generation of artists who use their unconventional appearance to inspire self-love and the courage to break free from society's harsh stereotypes. Kelly Knox was born without her left arm, but from a young age, she made the bold decision to refuse the use of a prosthetic arm. For Kelly, wearing an artificial limb just to appear normal in the eyes of society was unnecessary. She chose to fully embrace her natural appearance, seeing it as part of her personal identity and always taking pride in the unique body she was born with. That determination led her to become one of the first disabled models to conquer the world's high-fashion runways. Not only has Kelly appeared in prestigious magazines, but she has also become a presence at major fashion weeks, where she has proven that a disability does not diminish a model's elegance or appeal. She has shattered the stereotype that the runway is only for bodies that fit outdated standards of perfection. Beyond her brilliant career, Kelly Knox is also a powerful social activist, tirelessly fighting for equality for people with disabilities in the beauty industry. She has changed the mindset of many brands, promoting a future where all body types are celebrated. Kelly's journey is an endless source of inspiration regarding self-esteem and the effort to redefine beauty. In your opinion, is confidence or appearance the deciding factor in a model's attractiveness? Share your perspective in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel to support us. Caster Semenya was born with a different body due to a genetic variation that results in naturally higher testosterone levels than the average female range. Her angular appearance and exceptional strength on the track and field circuit unintentionally placed her at the center of intense debates about gender and fairness in sports. Instead of being able to focus solely on her athletic performance, Caster has had to spend much of her youth fighting for the right to be herself in the face of strict regulations from international sporting organizations. Caster Semenya's life has been a journey of resilience amid constant pressure from media scrutiny and public opinion. At times, she has been required to take medication to alter her natural biology, yet Caster has never lost her identity. She runs not only with extraordinary speed, but also with an iron will, firmly refusing to be labeled or forced into becoming a different version of herself to satisfy the crowd. Her presence on the track is a powerful statement about the right of all athletes to equality, regardless of biological differences. Caster Semenya is also a wife, a happy mother, and a symbol of South African pride outside the track. She uses her influence to protect young athletes with similar circumstances, helping them gain confidence in their own worth. Caster Semenya's story is not only about gold medals, but also a lesson in staying true to oneself in a world that constantly tries to force people into predefined molds. Mariana Mendez was born with a large congenital melanocytic nevus, CMN, covering part of her face, making her appearance incredibly unique. Instead of feeling insecure or trying to hide it under layers of heavy makeup, Mariana chose to confront this difference head-on. She sees the nevus as a unique mark bestowed upon her by nature, a distinctive feature that sets her apart from any conventional beauty standards. Despite having many opportunities to undergo cosmetic surgery to remove her birthmark, Mariana resolutely refused to protect her individuality. She entered the modeling world with immense confidence, transforming what was once considered a flaw into an artistic personal brand. For her true beauty only emerges when we dare to love what we have, and her birthmark is proof of her courage to be different in a world that constantly strives for perfection. Today, Mariana is not only successful as a model, but also a talented graphic designer. She uses her fame to spread a message of self-esteem and encourage people to appreciate their unique qualities. Mariana's radiant life is the most powerful answer to stereotypes about beauty, affirming that self-confidence is the brightest light that allows people to shine. Sierra Swearingen was born with hundreds of birthmarks of varying sizes, covering more than 70% of her body due to congenital melanocytic nevus syndrome, GCMN. From a young age, she faced scrutinizing stares and malicious bullying from strangers who called her hurtful nicknames. However, her appearance couldn't prevent her from finding joy in life because Sierra always believed that each spot on her skin was a unique mark carefully placed by nature. Instead of withdrawing into self-consciousness, Sierra chose to live vibrantly and openly share the most authentic images of her body on social media. She proudly wears swimsuits and short outfits, transforming her spotted skin into a symbol of courage and freedom. For Sierra, body acceptance is not a destination but a daily journey of self-improvement where she learns to ignore narrow-minded prejudices and focus on unconditionally loving herself. Today, Sierra is a powerful voice in the community of people with different appearances, helping thousands overcome the shadows of self-doubt. She proves that true beauty doesn't lie in flawless skin, but in the inner strength of someone who dares to stand firm against the storm of public opinion. The colorful life of this spotted girl is living proof that we can still shine brightest when we are the most authentic and unique versions of ourselves. Jillian Mercado was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy at a young age, a condition that causes the muscles to progressively weaken, leaving the body thin, deformed, and requiring her to rely on a wheelchair for life. Instead of accepting defeat in the face of physical barriers, Jillian chose to enter the fashion industry, which is full of strict standards regarding body image. With a strong belief that the presence of disabled people is essential, she persistently pursued her passion and gradually established her own distinct position. She truly made history by becoming one of the first disabled models to achieve major success in the high fashion segment. Jillian gained widespread attention when she appeared in global advertising campaigns for the Diesel brand and was personally chosen by superstar Beyoncé as a representative face for her fashion line. Her powerful images on large billboards directly challenged outdated stereotypes about perfect beauty, proving that presence and elegance are not limited by a wheelchair. Today, Jillian Mercado is not only a supermodel, but also an active advocate who continuously fights for diversity and inclusion in the fashion industry. She uses her influence to pave the way for future generations of disabled models, demanding fairness and respect for all body types on international runways. Her journey is a symbol of resilience, showing that true beauty shines brightest when people face adversity and proudly embrace their unique identity. Tiffany Adams was once a young woman full of ambition until a devastating car accident at the age of 17 changed everything, leaving her paralyzed on one side of her body and dependent on a wheelchair for life. Instead of letting pain and surgical scars break, Tiffany chose a powerful outlet through bodybuilding. She began spending hours in the gym, transforming her physical limitations into a mass of sculpted muscle and turning her wheelchair into a symbol of strength rather than weakness. That perseverance helped her become the first wheelchair model to appear in major sports promotional campaigns, directly challenging the strict beauty standards of the fitness industry. Tiffany quickly rose to fame on the reality show Push Girls, where she showcased her energetic life and iron will to millions of viewers. She proved that even when the body is no longer whole, a person can still achieve a powerful physique and an unbreakable spirit through self-discipline. Today, Tiffany Adams is a renowned speaker, using her story to inspire those facing adversity. She spreads a message of self-love, transforming life's scars into evidence of courage and breaking down all barriers to human potential. Does Tiffany's story change your perspective on the challenges you face? Leave your comments below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to give us more motivation. Itzhak Perlman is a wizard of strings, someone who has proven that world-class music does not require steady legs, but rather a soul capable of soaring. Stricken with polio at the age of 4 and bound to crutches for life, he chose to face the world from a wheelchair on stage. Instead of letting his immobile legs become a barrier, he poured all his energy into his hands, turning the violin into an extension of his own flesh and blood to tell stories of humanity's beauty and pain. Every time Itzhak Perlman's violin sounds, the entire hall seems to sink into a magical space where all physical imperfections fade away. He does not need to stand in order to shine, because his masterful fingers and the intense emotion in every note elevate him to legendary status. He has turned the limitation of performing while seated into a unique and dignified presence, affirming that the light of talent can illuminate every dark corner of illness. Now, Itzhak Perlman is not only one of the greatest violinists in history, but also a symbol of optimism and pride. He teaches us that music is a universal language that erases all distances and heals every wound. Whether moving in a wheelchair or on crutches, he always appears with a radiant smile, reminding the world that a person's worth lies in what they contribute to life with a sincere heart. Chris Nikitsch is a vivid testament to the idea that willpower can overcome all biological barriers. Although he was born with Down syndrome and underwent heart surgery as a child, he did not choose a closed-off life, but instead set his sights on conquering the Iron Man, the most grueling endurance challenge on Earth. Rather than focusing on his physical limitations, Chris concentrated on endurance and resilience, proving that the only real limits a person has are the ones set by their own mind. In 2020, Chris Nikitsch made history by completing the Ironman Florida race in nearly 17 continuous hours. This achievement was not the result of magic, but of the philosophy 1% better every day. Instead of forcing himself to be perfect immediately, he steadily improved in small increments from training to daily habits. This disciplined mindset earned him an ESPY award and made him an inspirational figure for millions of people around the world. Today, Chris Nikitsch is not only an athlete, but also a speaker and a successful entrepreneur. He uses his differences to spread the message of inclusion and an intense desire to live fully. Chris's story reminds us that it does not matter where you start if you do not stop and always strive to be better than yesterday's version of yourself, you will surely reach greatness. Mikkel Raffinelli became globally known for holding the world record for the largest hips, measuring over 2.4 meters in circumference. This is the result of a rare fat accumulation condition that developed and intensified after she gave birth. Although her appearance differs greatly from conventional beauty standards and causes significant difficulties when moving through narrow spaces, Mikkel has consistently maintained a highly positive attitude and strong self-confidence. Mikkel Raffinelli, instead of feeling self-conscious, turned her unusually large body size into a unique advantage to enter the entertainment industry. She became a highly sought-after photo model for magazines focused on curvier women and a standout figure in various reality television shows. She skillfully used public attention to build her career while emphasizing that health and happiness are more important than forcing oneself into a thin beauty standard imposed by society. Mikkel Raffinelli is now seen as a symbol of the body positivity movement, inspiring women around the world to appreciate their natural body shapes. She always appears with a radiant smile and vibrant outfits, proving that confidence is the most valuable form of jewelry a person can wear. Her journey sends a meaningful message. Every body tells its own story, and accepting one's uniqueness is the key to unlocking a life of freedom and happiness. Chelsea Werner was born with Down syndrome, and doctors predicted she would face significant motor challenges due to low muscle tone. Refusing to give in to fate, Chelsea began practicing gymnastics at the age of 4 as a form of therapy. With unwavering determination, she turned her congenital limitations into extraordinary strength, going on to win the Special Olympics USA Championship 4 times and becoming a 2-time world champion, proving that the only true limit is human willpower. Chelsea Werner, after reaching the peak of her sports career, transitioned into the fashion industry and became a captivating professional model. Her appearances on major magazine covers and her confident runway walks at New York Fashion Week broke traditional standards of beauty. She has shown the world that people with Down syndrome can absolutely become high fashion icons when given opportunity and self-belief. Chelsea Werner is now not only a star, but also an inspirational ambassador, transforming how society perceives the abilities of people with disabilities. Her journey from a young girl with limited motor function to a champion and international supermodel is a vivid example of overcoming adversity. Chelsea delivers a powerful message that every individual is unique and wonderful, and that differences are the very gift that allows people to shine in their own way. Hunter was born with congenital fibular deficiency, a condition that prevented his legs from developing normally. Instead of accepting a life confined to a wheelchair, his parents made a painful but hopeful decision to amputate his legs when he was just 11 months old, so he could have a chance to walk on prosthetics. From that moment on, Hunter's life became a continuous journey of relentless effort, where the clicking sound of carbon fiber replaced the sound of barefoot steps, creating an emotional story of overcoming adversity. On the track, Hunter runs not only with muscular strength, but also with a heart longing for freedom. His crescent-shaped carbon fiber blades have become symbols of confidence, helping him stride powerfully at the Paralympic Games and leave a strong impression on fans. He never hides his disability. Instead, Hunter proudly shows it as a medal of courage, inspiring millions of young people to love themselves even when their bodies are not perfect. Hunter's life became even more fulfilling thanks to his fairy tale romance with Olympic athlete Tara Davis. The connection between their souls helped him overcome his insecurities, allowing him to confidently walk on his prosthetic legs as proof that happiness doesn't lie in a perfect body, but in how we fight for our dreams. Do you believe that true love is the cure for all wounds? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel to support us. Koudia Diop spent her childhood years enduring painful teasing from peers because of her exceptionally dark skin compared to those around her. In a society still influenced by beauty standards that favor lighter skin tones, her deep night-like complexion was often labeled as different or abnormal. However, instead of withdrawing into the shadows of insecurity, Koudia chose to confront mockery with a radiant smile and unwavering determination, beginning a journey to affirm her own self-worth. With the proud nickname Melanin Goddess, Koudia Diop stepped into the international modeling industry and quickly became a phenomenon. Her deep, glossy, dark skin, once a reason for discrimination, has now become a symbol of natural and pure beauty. Every frame featuring her radiates a powerful allure, challenging outdated stereotypes about beauty and affirming that every ethnicity and every skin tone carries its own irreplaceable charm. The story of Koudia Diop is not only about a successful modeling career, but also a powerful call for self-respect and cultural pride. She dedicates much of her energy to encouraging dark-skinned women around the world to stop using harmful skin-whitening products and to begin embracing their natural skin tone. Through her vibrant and colorful life today, Kudia has proven that when you learn to value what you already have, the world will be forced to admire your uniqueness. James Lusted was born with a form of skeletal dysplasia that left his height permanently at 1.09 meters. In a world designed for people of average stature, everyday activities have always been a kind of challenge for him. However, instead of looking at life from a low point with pessimism, James has always maintained a tall mindset through optimism and a charming sense of humor. He has not allowed his small stature to stop him from pursuing his passion for the arts and has become an engaging speaker and television presenter. James Lusted's life became even more vibrant when he met and married Chloe, a woman of average height. Their love story has broken down stereotypes about what makes a perfect match in relationships. The image of James happily with his wife and young daughter is a living testament that the heart has no size and happiness is not measured by height. He has even designed household tools and a custom car to fully take control of his life in an independent and proud way. James Lusted is now a symbol of success and happiness in the United Kingdom. He frequently appears on television programs to share how physical limitations can be overcome through strong willpower. His life reminds each of us that no matter how small your body may be, you can still leave a giant footprint on your life's journey if you have a big enough heart and a spirit that never gives up. The journeys of Hunter Kudia and James are a powerful affirmation that difference is not a barrier, but a gift that allows us to shine in our own way. Wrinkles, birthmarks, or an imperfect body can never overshadow the beauty of a resilient soul. Hopefully, today's stories have given you a little spark to love yourself more each day. If you found this video meaningful, don't forget to support me by hitting like and subscribe so you won't miss the next inspirational stories. Leave a comment below. Which character changed the way you see life? Thank you for watching. See you and until next time in more exciting content. We all have our quirks, but some people are so unusual they go beyond anything you've ever seen. Among billions of people, a few stand out with traits and lifestyles so extreme they make you wonder, is this even real? Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into some of the strangest and most extraordinary people in the world. Stories that will shock and amaze you. If you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss what's coming next. Marky Jaquez, a resilient young man from Kansas in the United States, left behind a powerful legacy of courage and remarkable optimism while living with an extremely rare condition known as epidermolysis bullosa EB, often called butterfly skin disease. This severe genetic disorder made his skin as fragile as butterfly wings, where even the lightest touch or minor friction from clothing could cause painful blisters, requiring him to use a wheelchair and remain covered in protective bandages throughout his life. After being told he was unlikely to live beyond the age of 14, and having already lost a sibling to the same condition, Marky refused to let despair shape his future. Driven by an extraordinary will to live, he defied expectations and went on to celebrate his 21st birthday. Despite the challenges he faced, Marky and his mother chose to share honest moments of his daily life on TikTok to raise global awareness about EB. The videos of this determined butterfly warrior who continued to smile, even through extremely painful bandage changes, quickly touched the hearts of millions around the world. Although Markey peacefully passed away in early 2022, his remarkable story continues to serve as a beacon of hope, showing that even within a fragile body, a person can carry an unbreakable spirit capable of inspiring others. Johnny Quinn, a resilient young man from Millington, Tennessee in the United States, has an extraordinary and inspiring life story. At just 4 years old, his life changed dramatically when he became trapped in a devastating fire inside a family storage building. Thanks to the courageous and timely rescue efforts of his sister Leah, he survived the incident but suffered life-threatening injuries with burns affecting around 95% of his body. Johnny Quinn's recovery was long and extremely difficult, reflecting remarkable resilience throughout the process. He spent around 6 months in a coma and underwent more than 100 complex reconstructive surgeries to repair severe damage to his skin and tissues. The extensive scarring that eventually covered most of his body once caused him to struggle with self-doubt and unwanted attention from others. However, through strong determination and a refusal to be defined by his circumstances, he gradually overcame these emotional challenges and eventually found a greater sense of inner peace. Rather than retreating from the spotlight, Johnny Quinn chose to step forward with confidence, following his dreams as both a model and an inspirational speaker. He openly calls himself a burn thriver, turning his distinctive scars into a meaningful emblem of strength and endurance. His extraordinary path now serves as a source of encouragement, motivating people everywhere to accept what makes them unique and to confront life's obstacles with bravery and resolve. Arlindo de Souza, a bricklayer from Olinda, Brazil, gained international attention for pursuing an extremely muscular physique that went far beyond conventional bodybuilding standards. Seeking rapid muscle growth without the slow progression of traditional training, he opted for a dangerous shortcut involving synthetic muscle-enhancing substances. This resulted in a dramatically enlarged physique, including arm measurements of nearly 74 centimeters, which earned him the local nickname, the Mountain. However, beneath this striking appearance were significant and largely unseen risks to his health. After witnessing the tragic death of a close friend associated with similar practices, along with increasing medical warnings about serious health risks, Arlindo de Souza underwent a major shift in perspective. He came to recognize the heavy cost of prioritizing appearance over health and ultimately decided to stop using artificial enhancement methods in order to safeguard his well-being. Stanley Thornton, a California man in the United States, gained worldwide attention after appearing on National Geographic's Taboo program. He embraces a highly unconventional lifestyle, spending much of his time living as a child, using custom-made clothes and furniture tailored to an adult body. Although this choice has sparked curiosity and debate, it carries deep personal significance for him. In reality, reverting to a childlike state functions as a psychological coping strategy, allowing Stanley to manage the lasting impact of severe past trauma. He experienced abuse in childhood, which led to enduring effects such as post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, and depression. Living in this role, supported by a housemate who assumes a caring maternal figure, helps him restore a sense of safety, comfort, and emotional recovery from wounds that have not yet fully healed. His story also became the focus of legal debate in the United States over the legitimacy of his disability benefit claims. However, after comprehensive medical evaluations, authorities cleared Stanley, confirming that his psychological trauma and health conditions were authentic. Although his life is marked by profound emotional challenges, his journey provides a compassionate lens on understanding and empathy, reminding us of the complex ways individuals cope with and heal from adversity. Lisa Brown, a former model from Wisconsin, United States, led a profoundly inspiring life shaped by resilience in the face of hardship. Once recognized for her well-proportioned figure, her life took an abrupt turn when she began losing weight rapidly and drastically, despite no changes to her diet or exercise habits. From a state of full health, her weight declined sharply, transforming her appearance to the extent that strangers misjudged her condition and made hurtful assumptions about extreme dieting. After a prolonged and challenging search for answers, doctors diagnosed her in 2013 with superior mesenteric artery syndrome, SMA, a rare condition that compresses part of the digestive system and prevents the body from absorbing nutrients properly. Despite enduring serious physical difficulties and depending on medical support, Lisa refused to let hardship diminish her optimism. Rather than withdrawing from public attention, she courageously stepped forward, taking part in artistic photo shoots and speaking candidly in media interviews to raise awareness. In addition, she created a meaningful initiative by personally designing and sending heartfelt cards filled with encouragement to patients around the world facing similar challenges. Although Lisa Brown passed away peacefully in early 2017 at the age of 34, her legacy of compassion continues to shine. Her story not only delivers a powerful message of courage, but also inspires pride and strength in countless individuals who are bravely confronting health struggles in their own lives. Have you ever imagined going to court just to legally change your age and become 20 years younger on your birth certificate? That is exactly what Emile Ratelband, a Dutch motivational speaker and media figure, once attempted. Born in 1949 in the Netherlands, he is known for his energetic and youthful personality, and in 2018, his name gained worldwide attention when he initiated a legal case that pushed the limits of how age is defined in society. With a bold argument, Emile requested the court to change his birth year from 1949 to 1969. He firmly believed that his official age did not reflect his youthful spirit and strong physical condition. Hoping to expand career opportunities and improve his chances in finding love, he argued that if society allows people to change their names or gender, then individuals should also have the right to determine their legal age. Although a Dutch court ultimately rejected his request, stating that age is closely connected to fundamental civil rights and legal responsibilities, his case still attracted significant media attention. This unconventional effort sparked worldwide debate about personal autonomy and age-related stereotypes, while also highlighting a deeper human desire to regain control over one's identity and preserve a sense of youthfulness. Emil Ratelband's story continues to raise questions about how society defines age, freedom, and self-perception, and what those definitions mean in modern life. Alicia Young, born in 1984 in Utah, USA, is a well-known professional bodybuilder admired for her exceptional muscular development and notably large arm size exceeding 45 centimeters. Her appearance is immediately eye-catching with a highly defined physique and powerful proportions that often draw comparisons to a real-life Lady Hulk. However, her transformation is far from accidental. It reflects many years of strict discipline, consistent training, and unwavering dedication to her sport. Alicia Young grew up in a sports-oriented family with a competitive athlete father and siblings who also shared a passion for fitness. She developed an interest in weight training at the age of 15 and gradually chose a path away from conventional beauty ideals, focusing instead on building professional-level strength and muscle through disciplined training, strict nutrition, and consistent effort. As a professional bodybuilder, she quickly established herself in major competitions. A standout moment in her career came in 2014 at the NPC USA Championships 2014, where she earned a significant victory in her weight class. With remarkable physical measurements, including 46-centimeter arms and 71-centimeter thighs, she secured her IFBB Pro League Pro card, positioning herself among the most powerful and accomplished female athletes in bodybuilding. Although she sometimes encounters curiosity and stereotypes about highly muscular women, Alicia Young remains confident, positive, and proud of her journey. She views true strength not as something for display, but as a result of steady improvement and continuous self-development. Her story conveys a strong message about perseverance, discipline, and the courage to define one's own identity without conforming to social expectations or conventional standards. Terry Wallace from the United States became the subject of an extraordinary medical case after a serious traffic accident in 1984. The crash left him in a vegetative state for nearly 19 years with very little expectation of recovery. Throughout this long period, his family continued to stand by him, providing constant care, patience, and emotional support. In 2003, an unexpected and remarkable turn of events occurred when Terry suddenly regained consciousness, drawing widespread attention as a rare case of late recovery from a prolonged unconscious state. His first word after nearly 2 decades was "Mom," a moment that deeply moved the medical community and sparked worldwide interest in brain recovery research. Although Terry Wallace passed away peacefully in 2022, his story remains a powerful symbol of resilience and the enduring strength of family love in the face of overwhelming adversity. Elise Sasso, a woman from the U.S. Virgin Islands, has shared an inspiring story of self-acceptance and learning to embrace her identity. From a young age, she struggled with insecurity and often felt compelled to hide her unusually swollen legs, a condition that went undiagnosed for many years. Instead of receiving an accurate medical explanation, she was repeatedly given unhelpful advice focused on dieting and exercise. It was only later that Elise discovered she was living with lipolymphedema, a hereditary condition she inherited from her late mother. A clearer understanding of her medical condition helped Elise Sasso release a long-standing emotional burden. Rather than continuing to conceal her struggles, she courageously stepped into the public eye and began openly sharing her story across media platforms to raise awareness within the community. Her resilient journey carries a powerful message, showing that true beauty comes from the willingness to accept value and fully embrace one's own uniqueness. Miyuki Sugiyama, born Li Mingyang in 1994 in Jilin, China, is a professional basketball player known for her impressive height of 1.96 meters and her distinctive career path. From an early age, she showed strong natural athletic ability and went on to represent China's U17 national team at the 2010 World Championship. A major turning point in her career came when she received an offer to join the Shansong Cosmetics basketball club in Japan. Determined to seek broader opportunities, the young athlete bravely left her hometown to train and compete in an unfamiliar environment. While there, she was supported by a senior team official and later became a Japanese citizen in 2012, taking on the name Miyuki Sugiyama. This significant transition also sparked legal discussions between basketball governing bodies over international transfer regulations for athletes under 18. Despite facing complicated administrative hurdles and heavy public attention early on, Miyuki Sugiyama kept a resilient mindset, worked diligently to adapt to a new culture, and remained focused on her career path. Her story goes beyond athletic ambition, serving as a strong example of determination and courage in overcoming geographical and societal barriers to pursue personal goals and shape her own future. Jackie Koorn, a Dutch bodybuilder, has inspired audiences around the world through her remarkable physical transformation and her commitment to challenging traditional beauty standards. Coming from a sports-oriented family, she spent several years competing professionally in kickboxing. However, when the global pandemic in 2020 disrupted competitive sports, she transformed that setback into an opportunity by redirecting her focus toward bodybuilding, marking the beginning of a new and transformative chapter in her athletic career. From a well-balanced 70-kilogram athlete, Jackie Koorn trained with exceptional discipline and dedication, eventually reaching around 160 kilograms and developing extraordinary arm measurements of up to 61 centimeters. Instead of adhering to conventional standards, she embraced her own idea of curvy muscle, combining remarkable physical strength with a confident, distinctly feminine aesthetic. Although she sometimes receives curious reactions to her powerful physique, Jackie Koorn remains optimistic, confident, and approachable. Her journey represents not only a notable achievement in bodybuilding, but also a strong message encouraging women to embrace their bodies, celebrate their strength, and define their own identities without limitations. Celia Chartres-Aris, a distinguished activist from the United Kingdom, has built an inspiring story of resilience in the face of significant adversity. She lives with the rare genetic disorder Loeys-Dietz syndrome, a condition that has caused serious medical complications throughout her life, including multi-organ involvement. At one stage, she relied entirely on artificial nutrition and was given a very fragile medical outlook, yet she chose not to let her circumstances define her future. Despite these physical limitations, Celia Chartres Aris went on to earn a bachelor's degree in law and build a career as a government advisor, lobbyist, and policy specialist. Through her expertise and determination, she has worked with organizations such as the United Nations and the European Union, as well as other major international bodies to promote equality, improve employment access, and address discrimination faced by people with disabilities. Due to her outstanding contributions, Celia Chartres Aris was recognized by Shaw Trust as one of the most influential disabled individuals in the United Kingdom. She has also co-founded initiatives that support entrepreneurs with disabilities and taken part in the London Marathon using a wheelchair to raise funds for healthcare-related causes. Her journey serves as a powerful example of how courage and determination can drive meaningful change and help reshape society in lasting ways. Have you ever thought that what makes someone different could be the very thing that unlocks the highest levels of global success? This is the inspiring story of Sunaina, a model and musical artist known for her rare and mesmerizing beauty. Born in Nepal of Tibetan descent and raised in South London, UK Sunaina stands out with a truly unique facial structure. Her intense expressive eyes, refined forehead, broad nose, bridge, and naturally placed beauty marks blend together to form a look so striking that fashion admirers often describe her as a living masterpiece reminiscent of a mythical figure brought into the modern world. Once unsure of herself for not aligning with conventional beauty standards, a turning point came when Sunaina was unexpectedly spotted on the street. Without having to meet traditional runway height expectations, her individuality quickly made her stand out. She soon began appearing regularly in leading fashion publications like Vogue and Elle, and became the face of major campaigns for luxury houses such as Christian Dior. She went on to make a confident impression at London Fashion Week, walking with grace and assurance, and quickly became a muse for renowned makeup artist Pat McGrath, as well as several top-tier luxury brands. Outside the glare of the runway, Sunaina continues to express her creativity by exploring music. She crafts soothing, emotive sounds that weave together influences from her heritage with a fresh, modern edge. Her path has evolved into a powerful message of self-acceptance and confidence, proving that genuine beauty is never limited by standards and radiates most when we truly embrace and celebrate our individuality. As we reach the end of today's journey, it's worth remembering that the world is far more unusual and fascinating than we often assume. Every individual featured in this video carries a story that pushes us to rethink what normal really means. Some of these journeys may surprise you, others may move you deeply, but all of them highlight the extraordinary diversity of human experience. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next incredible stories. See you in the next video.